Here's the thing, no sustainable products are made equal. I believe for the product to be truly sustainable for you, you have to love using it and continue choosing it long term. And last week I talked about eco-friendly swaps that I think are completely overrated. But this week we are going through some of my sustainable product empties. And I'm talking about if I would buy them again, if I have already bought them again, or if I'm trying something else out in the meantime, and kind of my initial thoughts. Some of my absolute favorites and some really good gems are going to be in this video. But if you're new here, hi, my name's Alyssa. I've been a climate and sustainability content creator for over 5 years now, so I have tried a lot of the sustainable swaps out there. But honestly, they're advancing so much and we're getting so many more good things that it is starting to get hard to keep up with, which is a good thing. I've got a fun pile of stuff right here next to me, so let's start getting through it. First, let's go through everybody's favorite beauty and skincare. So the first product I decided to save to kick off this video is the Lark Skin Co. Sunflower and Chamomile Cleansing Oil. This stuff has been going strong in my routine for 5 years now. I have tried other face washes in between and I end up coming back to this every single time. Like eventually throughout the new face wash I'm trying, my skin will get a little dry and I'll end up reaching for this all over again. Lark Skin Company is a clean skincare company based out of St. Louis. I think it's really unique to find local beauty brands that are actually really high quality. Would I buy this product again? Yes, I absolutely would. In fact, I've already bought one again and I'm about to buy another one soon because I'm already starting to run low. This is my all-time favorite face wash. It helped clear up my acne in college. It helped clear up my boyfriend's acne in college. I'm not saying it's going to clear up yours, but I think it's worth a try if you have pretty dry skin. This is my all-time favorite face wash. I have tried others, but I always come back to it. Okay, hello, I have something to tell you before we get into our next empty. I have released an e-guide called 30 Days to a More Sustainable You. It's 30 days of challenges to help you transition into a more sustainable life. It's a great thing for people who care a lot but don't know where to start. And it's not just like, oh, reduce your waste and recycle. I actually set it up almost like a course that you can do whenever you have the time, whether that's 30 days consecutively, once a week, just whenever you can do it. And the idea is that it's taking you from simple everyday lifestyle switches to actually becoming an active member in your climate community. So the first 10 days are beginner, great places to start. The second days we start digging our toes in a little bit more. And the last 10 days is when we actually start getting involved in our communities and trying to make a tangible difference. If you want to check it out and support this channel, it's linked below. It's $15.99. I like to talk about my e-products when we don't have a sponsor, which is most of the time. So if you checked it out, I would be so grateful. Okay, I'll let you go back to watching. Next up, also in the skincare realm, is this Coco Kind SPF. Now, spoiler alert, the next two products after this one are also from Coco Kind, but that's because I absolutely love them. I think I've been using Coco Kind for 3 or 4 years now. And the thing is they have really reasonable price points. Plus you can find them in some big box stores if you need them accessible there for you, but they have an online shop as well if you just want to support them directly. I think I have bought probably 5 or 6 bottles of this sunscreen over the time I have been using Coco Kind. I really struggle with facial sunscreen. I use it every single day, but it's really not my favorite experience. This one does make it a little bit better because I feel like I don't do a ton of rubbing to get it into my skin. I even cut it open to get the last bit out. I have this little silicone spatula that I can stick down in there and get all the extra sunscreen out with. So this stuff is well loved. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. But have I bought it again yet? No, because I'm currently using the Mad Hippie sunscreen. I know the packaging looks insanely tiny, but there is almost the same amount of sunscreen in here. It's a little bit less than that Coco Kind one. So I was honestly thrown off by the size. Listen to this. There's like a little ball in there that thickens it up and shakes it around for you. When I first saw this, it's kind of like a sunscreen serum feel. I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but I really like it. I've probably been using it for 3 weeks now, and I love the way it sits under my makeup. I do feel like with the Coco Kind, I have to like wait a while for it to really settle into my skin before I go doing any makeup on top of it, or else it'll move my foundation around a little bit. Usually not a big deal to me, but something I have noticed. But with this, I don't feel the need to do that because it's so lightweight and it's so easy to rub in. My only complaint with this one is that the smell is pretty strong. It's just not that pleasant of a smell, but the product itself works amazing. However, I'm excited to use up the rest of this bottle and hopefully you'll see it in a future Empties video. Next, we have the Cocoa Kind Chlorophyll Discoloration Serum. I do like using a serum ideally both in the evening and in the morning. I think it helps my moisturizer glide on better in the evening and my sunscreen glide on better in the morning, but I do like to play around with serums a lot. Did I notice a dramatic change in my skin when I use this? Not really. I just like things that have a great user experience, are affordable, and definitely will not break me out. This does check all those boxes. It's quite a bit of a thicker serum, so it's really nice at night when I'm trying to really layer on the moisturization. However, in the morning, I have been using the Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum. Now, although these aren't necessarily a replacement for each other because I use the chlorophyll serum in the evening and I use the vitamin C one in the morning, I could see myself dropping a evening serum altogether and instead opting for a toner that goes on before my moisturizer and then just keeping this vitamin C serum in the morning. I absolutely love this vitamin C serum. It was recommended to me to be incorporating a vitamin C serum into my routine, and already every other day in the evening I have a retinol serum I add. So honestly, I've been considering not repurchasing this even though I would, and just sticking with that retinol every other day or so in the evening and then this vitamin C one in the morning. It has a great user experience. It smells amazing, unlike the sunscreen. And I think I've actually saw a positive difference in my skin since incorporating this, which is really rare for me in serums. Cocoa Kind also has a vitamin C serum. I just haven't tried it. I'm sure it's amazing because I've tried multiple other serums of theirs and I like them all. Okay, last thing in skincare is the Cocoa Kind Peptide Cream. I have probably went through 4, 5, 6 of these. It looks like a little bit actually gathered in there. I might be using that tonight. This is the moisturizer I tend to use in the evening. This is my most used moisturizer. They have some lighter weight options, but I like the heavy, thicker cream in the evening. It really locks things in, especially after I'm using my retinol serum. I love this stuff. It is kind of hard to rub in sometimes because it is purple, so you definitely don't want to miss a spot if you're doing it in the morning. You'll have like a little purple streak on your face, but I don't use it in the morning. I just use it in the evening. I absolutely adore it. However, again, I'm currently testing out a Mad Hippie face cream. I think this stuff beat it out. Y'all, like, I haven't tried Mad Hippie before. When I'm saying I'm like swapping all my Cocoa Kind stuff with Mad Hippie, it's because I was like trying the brand out, but I am like shocked. Like I said, Cocoa Kind 3-4 years in, we're going strong. I love them, but this Mad Hippie stuff is good. I'll have to give you like a better review when they're in my next Empties video, but this face cream gives me the same amount of locked in moisture as this peptide cream, but it's so much lighter, so much easier to rub in. It smells amazing. It feels amazing. When I incorporated these two things into my routine, I actually saw positive differences in my skin. Last in beauty, I have the Ava NYC Healthy Hair Conditioner. I also have the Healthy Hair Shampoo. I am almost done with it. I'm not quite there yet. I ended up somehow running out of the conditioner first. Now, usually I am Notice Hair Co. all the way. I was using them for like 2 years straight because I think Notice Hair Co. makes hair care bars that actually work as well as liquid products, specifically the Align bars, okay? Like all the shampoo bars work amazing, but the Align conditioner, in my opinion, works better than the rest of their conditioners. Anyways, I do love me a liquid conditioner, even though I love me a solid shampoo. Liquid conditioners are easier to work with as my hair has gotten longer, okay? My hairstylist is pregnant, super pregnant, so I can't get it cut anytime soon. And the liquid conditioner swap has made it a lot easier for the longer hair. I am definitely going to repurchase this. I love the way this smells. I love the way this feels. I love the way this makes my hair look. The Ava NYC conditioner paired with their leave-in conditioner, mwah. I think this is the first time ever I found a hair product that I don't have to like add heat to it, and it does help reduce my frizz. And I actually felt confident wearing my natural hair more often these past like 2 months. Would I rebuy this? Yes, and I'm absolutely going to rebuy their conditioner. Their shampoo, I'm still deciding because I do love my Notice shampoo. I'm trying to figure out which one I like more right now, but I think this is my new favorite conditioner. And in fact, I think when I rebuy it, I'm actually going to buy from their Frizz line. The other thing I like about Ava NYC is they have tons of custom lines in this type of formula. So I will be rebuying it. However, right now I am going back to finishing up my Notice Hair Co. Align conditioner. This is the only solid hair conditioner right now I would recommend. So I was using this before I stopped to use the Ava NYC conditioner. I just got excited to try this and swapped and then knew I'd go back and finish it. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, next category is home items. First thing on the list is this, whatever you want to call these, Swedish dishcloths, sponge cloths. This one is an OG one from Drops. I love Drops for their laundry tablets, their dishwasher tablets. They are an OG of the sustainability space. And I don't really know if you can see it when it's this far, but 5 years ago, I started using this and I think it's just officially reached the end of its life. The great thing about these is they can be composted. And the reason this lasts so long with such active use, because it's really nasty now, like so nasty where I would clean things with it. I'm like, I don't even think it's clean because this thing is so gross, but it's lasted so long because I have a big stack of them because my family loves getting them for me for stocking stuffers, birthdays, things like that, because these sponge cloths can all be printed really cute and they make for great gifts. You can also write on them in Sharpie on the back that's plain, and the note will stay even as you wash things with it. So you can even turn them into like little cards for people. So because of that, I have accumulated a lot of them from friends and family, and that allows them to also last for so long because I'm not using all of them every single day. Sponge cloths are great because they start off stiff and hard, and then you wet them and they're nice and flexible and super absorbent. These are my go-to for wiping off countertops, my daily use type of items, and then I throw them at the top of my dishwasher and let that clean them. So including this as an empty because this is the first one this year to bite the dust. My next empty is this little ceramic guy I got a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago from a market. It was from a local ceramic artist and it is empty because I had candle wax in it. So this is my first Everly candle of the year that has burned up. If you don't know, Everly makes these awesome refillable candle kits. Everything you need is in this little bag and it is microwavable. So you don't need to be boiling anything on the stove. You don't need to be dirtying your pots and pans. You microwave this bag, you pour the wax in, and they have all the materials for the wick and everything you might need. So would I be rebuying an Everly candle kit? Kind of a spoiler, but I have a stockpile of these because not only do I use these for myself, but I gift these all the time. They're just great because you can thrift cool, cute, personalized vintage vessels or locally handmade ones and refill it over and over again. In fact, that little container is so small that I can just use an extra wick and actually get 2 candles out of it. So highly recommend. These are my favorite candle refill kits right now. The rest of the things on my list are kind of paper or stationery products. I don't know how to categorize this, but I'm actually showing you books. So I just finished reading Daydream by Hannah Grace. I originally got this book from a thrift store, which is kind of a score because usually I'm just trying to get lucky at all the little free libraries to find more trendy books like this. But here and there, I will find one at the thrift, and it is such an amazing feeling because you're constantly looking through all these random titles that you don't know and they're not organized. So this was such a score. So I finished reading this. I really enjoyed it. Would I recommend it? Yes, if you're over 18. And next I am reading Funny Story by Emily Henry. Now, y'all, I'm a slow reader. So honestly, we're gonna pray that this makes it to the next empties video and that it's already finished. But I wanted to call out the books because like I said, I was able to thrift this one, and this one is actually borrowed from a friend. There are other sustainable ways to get books. I mean, as you can tell, both of these are from Target, yes. And that's okay, but you don't have to get them from Target. You can find cheaper, better, more sustainable and community-oriented way to get things like your books. By the way, I'm not even the biggest Emily Henry fan. I really liked Beach Read, and I've read everything else, and Beach Read is just only what I really liked. This one is turning out to definitely be my favorite. And I'm like, a little over halfway done with it. Final thing on the list is something that is so near and dear to me, and I'm so sad to see it on an empties list. It is my Karst notebook. Now, I've had my Karst notebook for many of years. I actually got it when I used to work for a media company, and they also had a shop, and like I got it through them. I can't even remember. And Karst is a sustainable notebook alternative made of stone paper. Now, let me tell you, this paired with the Sharpie gel pens is the best writing experience I have ever had. And specifically, I know it's the stone paper because I like my Sharpie gel pen on my other paper products, but it just felt so different on this paper. I have filled every single page front to back. So I am completely done with this. I would 1000% recommend it again. Anyways, that is all I have for you today. If you're looking to shop more consciously and build a more sustainable lifestyle, might I suggest my Green Living Tracker. It's a 100% customizable Notion template where you're able to make more conscious shopping decisions, you're able to journal, you're able to have a thrift log. And my favorite part, there are monthly pages with dedicated hand-picked educational materials that I selected for you. And they're all themed, so like definitely try to get it before the fall because I think it would be so much fun to go through all the materials during the holidays while you're experiencing the holidays. And other than that, I'll see you next time. Okay, love you. Bye.